Hi, it's Marieta. Thanks for tuning in. In this video, I want to answer your question. Can I get E-2 visa under $50,000 of investment? Coming up. Alright, if you're new to my channel, welcome. Make sure to subscribe, hit that bell, and let's get started. I want to answer your question. Can I get E-2 visa under $50,000 investment? What if I'm investing under 50K? Can I make this happen? Well, this is a great question, and actually many of you are asking this question because when I do my free trainings, free live webinar trainings, how to get E-2 visa to the US, by the way, a link is going to be in the description below this video. People always ask this question, can I get E-2 visa under 50K? Or what is the actual requirement? Well, this is a great valid question, and to answer it properly, in order for you to get E-2 visa, you need to invest substantial amount of capital. And this is basically calculated on that business model and also what are my startup costs. What is my startup cost to make this business A, not marginal, B, active, C, operational. So let's talk about it. If you are, for example, buying a business, existing business, let's say you're buying a restaurant, in New York City, chances are that that purchase cost is not going to be $50,000, right? Especially if you own 51%, right? In that case, it will be probably $500,000, even close to $1 million, who knows? But what if you are starting a business in a rural area? Maybe outside of the city, maybe in small village, small town, and maybe there is existing business and you are investing $50,000 into already existing business where you own 50% ownership. Well, that could maybe work if that is substantial amount to make this business profitable, not marginal and active. However, let's say you're starting from scratch, you don't have a business partners, right? And you investing $50,000 into, let's say, digital agency, right? You don't really have startup costs. You don't have high startup costs with service-based digital agencies, for example. Would this qualify? Well, yes and no. Yes, it would qualify if you are able to establish by strong evidence that not only this business is already active, is operational, and is making profit. And when I say profit, I'm talking the company is making more than your minimum living expenses. Somebody just asked me today, what if I'm making $3,000 and we are a family of three? To be honest, I don't think this is sufficient. Family of three with $3,000, you are barely surviving. If it's one person who is making, let's say, $5,000 from $5,000 to $10,000 in areas that are obviously low cost, then this would make sense. But if you are barely making $3,000, family of three, this would not qualify. This would be considered as a marginal business. So keep that in mind that just because you're investing $50,000 into service-based business and you don't really have high startup costs, this doesn't necessarily mean that you would qualify because you will not meet the other requirements, such as marginality requirement. The marginality requirement is very important to take into consideration, which people usually forget. They forget that they need to establish that this business is already real, is active, and is profitable. For that, I do have another coaching business where I'm actually coaching people how they can scale fast to $10,000 a month. And that is in my 5D Entrepreneurship Accelerator program. Because this is essential to understand that you can only apply once you meet all the requirements. Not just the investment requirement, but also the marginality requirement. Also, the business must be active, real, operational, so not passive investment. So I made a video the other day where I did talk about the passive investment into real estate would disqualify. So check it out if you're interested. And also check out the free webinar training on E-2 visa. All the requirements you need to know, link is going to be below this video. So guys, to answer this question, yes and no, it's not a black and white answer. You can invest into business in the United States with $50,000 if you are capable of making this business active, profitable, operational, and not marginal. If you are meeting these requirements, then you can possibly apply for E-2 visa with investment of $50,000. Now, personally, I have never helped any investor to get E-2 visa with investment under $50,000, and I've been doing this work now for 10 years. And so I can tell you that if your business is going to be below $50,000, chances are that it's going to be challenging for you to obtain E-2 visa. Also, When you are investing under $500,000 into E-2 visa business, you should establish by evidence that you actually invested these funds, meaning you actually spent the money into this business, and these funds are committed, irrevocably committed, and you as E-2 visa investor are bearing a risk of investment. So if, for example, you wire transfer $100,000 and you only invested $20,000 out of the $100,000 and the rest is sitting in your bank account, this again would not qualify you for E-2 visa. So you should be able to spend at least 70 to 90% of your funds if it's close to 100,000. If it's below 100,000, I recommend you invest all the money. All the money should be invested and committed, irrevocably committed for you to apply for your E-2 visa, guys. So if you need more help, you're welcome to book a consultation with me. Link is going to be below this video. And if you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe, hit that bell, and I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.